July, covering all things professional wrestling. A show by members of the Busted Open Nation. Welcome to the Nation's Corner. Here are your hosts, the Nation's Corner crew.
Good evening, Nation's Corner friends, family, and fans. Did you miss me? Maybe. Anywho, John in South Jersey here. Welcome to yet another edition of the Nation's Corner. Talking all things wrestling and wrestling related. Joining me, as always, is my unusual cast of usual characters. First and foremost, from all the way, and I do mean all, I've made the ride many times, out to Monrovia via the Long Island Expressway. He is the one, only two-time world's greatest grandpa. Mongrovian Mike, what's up, brother?
Papa. Yes, I am the Papa. How's it going, everybody? Slante, Pablo.
Yeah.
And, of course,
Ireland follows it. Nice.
We are truly international. And Mad Mac Davis joining us as always on a Saturday night. Good to see you, sir.
Mac, we love you, man.
And, of course, folks, I would be remiss if I did not introduce my better half, my tag team partner in the greatest intergender tag team in all the professional wrestling. She is the social media maven of the Nation's Corner. She is lovely. She is talented. She is one half of two breasts and one leg, or as we call it, three-piece and a side, and that side is GFY. She is the one and only Debhausen. What's up, kid?
What's up? It is Saturday. I'm ready to watch some wrestling tonight.
R-E-S-S-L-I-N.
That's wrestling.
I mean, we sit here every week and try to figure out what we're going to talk about because there's really nothing. Who am I kidding? Of course, there's some stuff going on in wrestling. We have stuff going on tonight. Fanatics Fest is going on right now in New York and has been. We have Saturday night's main event coming up a little later tonight. We have, of course, AEW Collision in their Saturday night slot. We have not one but two GCW shows this weekend. Tonight and tomorrow. They're in Dallas tonight and Tulsa tomorrow.
Yes.
So we got a twin bill from GCW.
Nice.
Continue to kill it. We're going to talk about that as well. But let's start with we'll do it this way. When I get here. Or when I get to it.
Yeah, ACW.
That's right.
Yes, AECW is in Poughkeepsie.
I was seeing, unfortunately, some people are having some travel issues and are not able to make it, so cards subject to change.
Yes.
I'm sure they'll figure it out.
It is being aired on Trillers Plus on Triller TV. It is a pay-per-view. I believe it's $7.99. But they always put on a good show and get a tremendous house in that arena there in Poughkeepsie, the old Mid-Hudson Civic Center. I can't say the name of it now because it's way too long and too many letters. But they always do a good show, and I'm looking forward to checking it out. Probably not live, but maybe tomorrow I'll catch up with it. But we're going to talk about first to start with Saturday night's main event from the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. A light show as Saturday night main events go, only 4 matches. So it's going to be quick in and out, probably about an hour and a half, no more than 2 hours tops, I'm thinking. I'm not sure I get it. They're doing something because of Fanatics Fest. They're doing something because, it's Madison Square Garden. But it's almost like this is just a quick little stopover on the way to SummerSlam. So we'll see what happens. I mean, it's good to be a good show. It has good matches. And we'll start with this one. Fallon Henley, my favorite, and Laney Reed, Fatal Attraction, taking on the tag team champions, the Bella and the Paige. Um, and I'll say it right off the bat, and new.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should be.
The Fatal Attraction, the three of them have been absolutely red hot on SmackDown since their final call up and the debut. And it's not that I don't like Brie and Paige as a tag team or as champions, but there is absolutely no juice for any of this.
No.
And just for the fact that we finally have Paige, a healthy and happy Paige, back in WWE and competing, why are we wasting time with the tag team? Get Paige in with somebody in the singles and a meaningful thing, and let's let her get on some title runs, some title chases, and all that. Let's really take advantage of having Paige back. You know.
So John, to your point, I first of all, with Fatal Influence, with the addition of Lainey Reed, just phenomenal. They really clicked. When they debuted, and they're not the only ones. When they debuted, there was a monster pop for them.
Yeah,
it really was. And say what you will about JC Jane, that the lady did everything. You know, everybody thought she was the third wheel in this faction. You know, you're never going to be this, that, or you know. Carried 2 titles at once, you know, won the NXT titles multiple times and all that. Now she's up there, so good for her. But the other thing is, I think they're just in a holding pattern, waiting for Nikki to get back. So maybe we get surprised tonight. I don't know what the extent of Nikki's injury is.
Right.
You know? Does she come back? But once you know what I mean? So she's got to be surprised, because once she goes back and says, "Hey, I'm back," that's a red flag.
Right.
So when she comes back, it's got to be surprised, and it's got to be because of that. John, lose the title. They blame it on Paige. Nikki, you know, Nikki has, you know, and Nikki has the, you know.
I know, and yeah. And I know that's probably the way they're going to go. They're probably going to go that way, but I still don't like it.
I know.
So from my perspective,
injury bug though, that's what it is. The injury bug prolongs the freaking the storyline.
So on kind of to that point, like from my perspective, like at this point I just keep up with you know, whatever I see in my Twitter feed and by listening to Busted Open. And Busted Open doesn't really seem to be talking about the women's division that much. Like they just kind of focus the conversation on the 2 main men's titles and then Oba and Brock. So I have absolutely no idea what's going on in the storyline with the women, because I just don't hear it talked about. And also to your point, Elder, about the injury bug, from what I do see, it definitely seems like a lot of things in the women's division have just been put on hold because of certain people being out for injury. That it
and
maybe to me it seems like and then Rhea. Like to me it seems like they're kind of in this place where they have a certain plan for what they want to do, and if one of those people is injured, they kind of they don't pivot to something else. They just kind of put it on hold and just wait for months and months until maybe that person can come back. Yeah, and now we have the thing with Rhea that they finally said what they've decided to do with that.
Yeah. They pivot a lot faster when it's one of the big main stars. So like, you know, I really don't think that the women, you know, the women's tag team division isn't lighting it up out there. David Mitchell.
I don't hear anyone talk about it. Like, you know, I know vaguely a lot more what's happening in the main men's title storylines, because that's what I hear all the conversation about. I don't really hear any discussion about the women's division at all.
Well, if you're talking WWE and a women's wrestling in WWE, you're really talking NXT.
I hear more about what's going on in NXT, than on the main
NXT
roster,
is actually, you hear more about than on the main roster right now. And I can't remember any time that ever happened. So, but I guess injuries always suck, and they never are at the right time. There's not a good time to get injured. It just, but you guys are right that there's just not a whole lot of, there doesn't seem to be like a whole lot of juice going around the WWE Women's Division.
This is just one of those things where it, you don't call it fake. You don't use that word with them, because at any given time, and we might talk. We could talk about it later about the Darby, the Darby bump and everything. But I mean, this one was especially but well, we can say that for later. That there's nothing we can do about it. Yeah, he's gone.
Speaking of the women's division, one bright spot that I have been seeing, and it's going to play out tonight as well, or at least continue with the scene, is this match. Yes. Bayley takes on her once partner and best friend, Lyra, who is in the middle of an epic crash out, which I am absolutely loving.
Yes, and she's increasingly getting worse and worse, and
it's just it's one of them. To me, it's one of those things that she went so far as a babyface, as the good girl and all that. Yes, she is the inaugural Women's Intercontinental Champion. She was a tag champ, all that. But there was really a point that it just wasn't going any further for her. And, now she gets to explore this and be this new part of the character. Bayley is Bayley. Bayley is always going to be Bayley. And that's what people love and want to see. And I think this is going to be a very good story that continues. Not a main story, unfortunately, because there's no title or anything involved. But I could see them carrying this all the way out to SummerSlam with some sort of a, blowout match there, getting past tonight.
Okay.
So, all right, moving on. The one that everybody.
I agree, Steve. I miss Jordan Grace. Where the heck is she?
I did see her post pictures that she was in London. Her grandmother was born in London, but hasn't been back there in many, many, many years. And she took her grandmother on a trip to London.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey, so then take your time, and enjoy some of that WWE money with your grandma.
Yeah, but all right, let's be honest. This next match is the reason why everyone is watching Saturday Night's Main Event tonight. For this match and this match alone.
Debhausen and that guy with the big head.
Yes, that big-headed guy.
The big-headed guy. I love how he plays, how he doesn't know him. Between him and R-Truth is like telling the War Raiders every time he sees them, I don't know who the hell you two guys are. I haven't seen none of you guys ever.
The absolute shitstorm, and they mean that in the best way possible, that is Danhausen, continues. And this whole weekend with Fanatics Fest and everything, up to and including his uncursing parade in the rain today in New York City, has been absolutely amazing. And all I could say for people, Jonathan Coachman, that say they don't get Danhausen.
Think about him anymore. Okay.
He still deserves it. How does it feel to be so wrong about your opinions and how little they actually mean anything? You fucking don't. Oh my God. The run that this guy is on and has been having, and those of us who are very familiar with him from the indies all the way back to his Ring of Hausen days, and his indie work, and now seeing him on literally the biggest stage in the world having this success is really just a super feel-good story. And the guy is absolutely super, super entertaining. And I am of the opinion, like many people, and you guys can chime in, I don't need to see Danhausen wrestle.
No,
I know we can. I absolutely know he can, but I don't. It's not like, oh, I gotta see who goes against Danhausen next.
I don't care if he knows what the hell a collar and elbow is, what a friggin' suplex is. No.
And that's the reason why he's perfect for WWE and why it didn't quite work out in AEW is because that kind of character in that kind of role in the show is what WWE does. Like, that's just not a thing that AEW does, having someone who doesn't wrestle just kind of do gimmicky bits. Like, that's just not the AEW style. Yeah. It's perfect for WWE.
Mm-hmm. This is why I love having both fucking companies. Because if it doesn't work someplace, you have somewhere else to go, and that goes for TNA too. Mm-hmm. And there's other places too. I mean, there's GCW, there's Maple Leaf Pro, there's so
MLW now.
There's so much now.
Yeah.
So I'm adding Maple Leaf and MLW to my weekly routine now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Some people have to leave one company or the other and go out and experience what it's like out there.
In this day and age, I'll say it.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I'll
say it. If you're a wrestling fan, or if you call yourself a wrestling fan in today's day and age, and you're only watching one product, you're a fraud. You're Tommy Dreamer. You're a fraud, and you need to correct yourself. There is so much out there.
There's so much.
And so much. And if you can't find
not a team sport.
Something that you like, if you can't find something you like.
If AEW goes out of business, you hate it. You're not making money off of them going out of business.
You don't work for
the WWE goes out of business and you hate them. You're not making money on it. What do you care?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
I watch AEW, ROH, TNA, GCW,
and then whatever
MLP and MLW,
and whatever piques your interest,
and random indies.
You find online.
Yeah,
piques your interest. You watch all the Danhausen shit. You watch all of the. You catch up on that shit.
Okay, real quick, back to Danhausen. I did watch the stream that they did earlier when he was just walking around the New York City streets, walking around Fanatics Fest, just saying hi to people. It was weird funny because the way that they were promoting it made it seem like it was going to be a big event, like Danhausen Parade or whatever. And then, we put it on YouTube, and it's just kind of him walking around, saying hi to people as he walks by people and just doing the most random-ass, late-night TV show kind of stuff. It was so funny. And that's exactly what he's good at.
Yeah, it was him and a couple mini-housings and a dude with an iPhone filming it.
Somebody at WWE went to Danhausen and was like, hey, before the show this afternoon, we're going to just have you walk around and just talk to people. And he was like, okay. Whatever.
So Billy has a comment out here, if you could bring it up. Unfortunately, there's some who equate wrestling is WWE.
Yes, that is a struggle. I've dealt with that a lot.
But lately though, Deb, you have to agree that since Vince is gone, and because they don't shy away from saying, "Hey, Shinsuke was this in New Japan and JP."
It's not even about that. It's about people who don't know anything about wrestling, people I work with or whatever, people that don't know anything about wrestling. When you say you're a pro wrestling fan, they go, "Oh, it's WWE," and then
they go back.
No, actually, other stuff.
Yeah, but they either say Hulk Hogan or they say Stone Cold or they say The Rock.
Right.
They don't really say Roman Reigns or anybody, but I understand that there's those people.
Me telling my coworkers that I watch wrestling every single night and none of it is WWE. They're so confused.
So the Lats fans out there, when it lapsed for them, Vince owned everything, so there wasn't anything else, right? But no, lo and behold, we still have TNA out there, still bubbling under the surface, and now finally rising up through the ashes once again. And God bless Tony Khan. I don't care. He's a freaking nerd. Okay, is he more of a matchmaker? If you want to argue that he's more of a matchmaker than a storyteller, you can have that argument. I don't think people
that may have been true 4 years ago. It's not true now.
I'm glad that there's somebody out there that says, hey, oh, you know what? Oh, you like this song? You put asses in seats. I'm giving you this song. Boom.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. You know, of course, I understand because in TKO, everything's got to go through a system. It's not like Triple H goes, hey, this guy's hired, this one's fired. No, Triple H is just creative now. But yeah, but on the other point though, to the point that Billy was making was, the fans are smarter now though, which is why Cole and all them are allowed to say what these people did beforehand and in other stuff, you know. All right, granted, AEW's not going to say WWE, WWE's not going to say AEW.
Yeah.
You know, but as far as anything else, yeah, I understand. But
yes and no,
doesn't matter.
Because yes, there are a lot of wrestling fans who are more aware of other wrestling than ever before. And I'm the perfect example of that. Until I started listening to Busted Open, which was like a year or two before AEW started, I had never heard of anything in pro wrestling other than WWE. And because of listening to Busted Open and then AEW starting and like, especially during COVID, like the whole wrestling world kind of like just blew up. So yes, there are a lot of wrestling fans who know more about global wrestling than ever before, but
we're a microcosm of
there are still a lot of people who only watch WWE and only that. Like I was just in a thread on Reddit earlier today where someone was like trying to shit talk Blake Monroe and said that they literally never heard of her before. And I was like, oh man, you gotta, you know, she was she was a big star in other companies, not just AEW, but you know, she was a big star in other companies. And like I recommended the person to kind of check out, you know, what she did prior, especially the storyline of Tony Storm. And there was a year-long story. I've never heard of her before, and WWE doesn't make me care about her.
Yeah. That's one
like there are still a lot of fans who just like, you know, if you're looking at Blake Monroe, they think she's a copy of Tiffany Stratton. They have absolutely no reason.
No, absolutely two different characters.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but that's what a lot of people think. And that goes to the point that there are still a lot of people who aren't aware of anything else other than WWE or have never heard of it, never watched it.
Well, those people suck. And they're wrong.
It's still a lot out there. I think sometimes we are really like, we are in the hardcore bubble of like the really hardcore wrestling fans that watch so much that maybe sometimes it's hard for us to see how like there are still a lot of people who aren't even aware.
Yeah, but I don't associate myself with those people.
There's so much. I mean,
I don't associate. They don't sit at my table.
I mean, there's NWA too. It's so much. It just.
Steve, you're the
best. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
All right. Let's finish this up real quick and we'll move on. Of course, the main event of Saturday night's main event tonight.
This is why this guy is. That's why Steve is. Why you showed the picture. That's why Steve is like. He's the man, isn't he? This is why he gets all these exemplary awards at his his shoot job.
Yes,
in real life.
But, the main event tonight: Sami Zayn and No Phone Guy himself, Gunther versus Punk and Cody. All right,
can they coexist?
Really? Really? Is this where we're at? We're on the verge of a 2-night SummerSlam and all this, and we get a shitty can they coexist match? I get it. It's Fanatics Fest. They're 4 of the biggest stars in the company right now. But why? Just why?
I don't know. Because.
Yes. And that's I almost wanted to say, did like Vince slip this in somewhere with somebody?
What about the big why I'm asking today? Logan Paul and Tom Brady.
Who cares? Who absolutely gives? Please raise your hand.
Right,
guys.
I don't.
You don't realize,
but I don't understand. It's
okay. This is the pattern. This is the pattern. Every time they think a show needs an extra boost of attention, big name celebrity, boom. Every time.
You know what? I'll say something.
That's the pattern. And it's going to continue to be the pattern.
Tom Brady's a little bigger to me than what's the idiot's name that came in there burning sage?
Sage? You think that was Sage?
No, the guy that
was weed. It was weed, but oh fuck, what was his name?
Yeah, good. I'm glad I can't even remember.
He was the one that smacked Cody and broke his ears off.
Travis Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah, good thing he hasn't showed up in a while.
I don't argue the formula. The formula works.
Right.
Mainstream.
Really? I was actually watching that. I remember that, and I distinctly remember Super making fun of my best friend for being into that.
But just real quick, and we'll move on. The formula works. Anything that grabs mainstream sports and/or entertainment headlines.
Yeah.
They're gonna go for every time, and we know how this story works. And and you're absolutely right, Deb. They're going to continue to keep doing it until it doesn't work. I just don't.
No, but it works too.
And that's been WWE's MO for a very, very long time. Is their entire business model is they are always thinking about what will attract people who don't already watch. It's not about the people who watch. It's what will make people who don't watch.
Is he popular in Minneapolis? Tom Brady?
No, but he's Tom Brady.
That's true. That's true.
Let's be honest.
But like I said, I don't argue. I don't argue the formula, but it's just like, why?
All right,
but
I'll go first, but we'll go on a scale of 1 to 10, rating Tom Brady in the celebrity pantheon of like coming into these mostly.
Bad Bunny's number 1. Bad Bunny's number 1. Pat McAfee's still number 2.
No, not top 10. I'm saying, like, to me, I rate getting Tom Brady for this. It's better than getting Travis Scott or some crappy rapper again. So I'll put him at a 6-7 as a celebrity guest. You know what I mean? Like if you consider like Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali were like the 10s. Yeah, that's that. Pete Rose.
In the current landscape, especially with TKO and WWE and the ESPN partnership, it has a lot more weight now than probably in the past because it is Tom Brady. So all the sports guys from ESPN are going to be all over the fact that, oh my God, Tom Brady was with WWE.
Why don't they have a celebrity death match between Tom Brady and Stephen A. Smith and let them kill each other? That'd be.
Dude, we're not far off from that. We're not far off.
I will personally donate 2 boxes of light tubes.
Like to me, I'm saying like Tom Brady is so popular, yes, but why do you want to make? Why is Tom Brady a heel or a face? Because are you trying to put?
It's going to be the headline for the
Logan
weekend.
Paul is just
and next week we're going to forget about it.
It doesn't matter who's the heel and who's the face. What matters is they are 2 names that people who are not wrestling fans know.
Yes, that's
what matters.
Yeah, and also what matters is that we also have AEW Collision tonight. Nice. Coming up when we finish up here tonight, 8:00. another, and I know Collision gets a lot of criticism about being, the second show or the B show for AEW and all of that, but I beg to differ lately. Collision has become, I'm not going to quite say must watch, but they're doing a very good job of connecting Wednesday night to Saturday night and Saturday night to Wednesday night.
And I'll say something else too, John, while we look at this, while we're looking at it. They pay a lot more attention to the women's division on Collision.
Absolutely.
That is very, very true.
So you have look up here. You have Athena in action. You have the Brawling Birds in action. You have Mercedes Moné going to be there, and then the main event is going to be Queen Aminata taking on the TBS champion. That is the best is Shida.
Yeah,
Shida.
And
oh my God, Ciampa and Myron Reed is going to be so good.
Yes.
Agreed.
And real quick, while we're talking AEW and women, shout out to this lady. Yes, I got the shirt, people. Be jealous.
I want to get it so bad.
1/3 of your brand new Artist of Stardom champions, the Triangle of Madness, Tekla, Julia Hart, and Sky Blue, as of this morning, or Stardom, as Tekla calls it, have now, she continues to terrorize the other Okada.
There's a bunch of dumb bitches in that ring.
There is. There is. And she continues. And Tekla, by far, quickly has become my favorite wrestler in AEW, period.
Well, dude, she's a 5-tool. She's a 5-tool player. She's on in the ring, on the mic, backstage, behind behind the broadcast desk. She just everything. She's got the look, and she just has the athleticism. And man, oh man, she's scary.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, all right, back to your point about Collision, John. I definitely agree that they are putting much more of an effort into not only connecting the dots, but putting things on Collision that are going to make people tune in.
Yeah,
like main characters like Hangman returned on Collision. Mercedes Moné is going to have a promo or something on Collision tonight. They are making a bigger effort to put major things on Collision to make people want to tune in.
I do like when they do.
Of course, people will still criticize and say, "Oh, they put that on Collision. Why wasn't that on Dynamite?"
Well, too bad.
It
all goes.
You're complaining that they're putting something worthwhile watching on Collision. Like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. They actually made the show worth watching.
Yeah.
Right.
Goes right back to what we were talking about. Is that you got everything? John, I have 2 TVs here. I have a laptop if I gotta pop that open, if I can get something else on, if I have to watch Triller or something. Come on. Everybody's got devices, and it's not Tommy Dreamer and the TiVo anymore. It's and yeah,
I'm going
to
do a screening. I'm going to do a screening with Collision and GCW. So that's what I
Sheeta when she was gone. I missed Sheeta. And
I did miss her.
I miss Sheeta.
I'm glad she's the TBS champion because.
And I missed Queen Aminata while she was out too.
Mm-hmm.
How poppin' is Queen Aminata in that yellow gear that she wears?
Oh, dude,
it's striking.
Striking. It's a skin tone thing. I could not pull off yellow. Absolutely not.
Oh no. Yeah, if I wear yellow, I look like when the butter's melting on top of the mashed potatoes.
Yeah, it's not a good look. A good look.
Well, if it's real mashed potatoes and butter, it's an excellent look. But
well,
on a human being, it's not good look.
Yeah, no. All right, but just when you think it was over on a Saturday night, oh no, there is more. Life of a Boss.
This card is gonna be so all right.
The name is Gillies in Texas.
Yes, Gillies in Texas, Dallas, Texas. So we got Atticus Cogar versus Emerson Jane for the GCW World Championship.
Yes.
Otis Kogar versus Nina Extremo for the GCW Ultraviolent Championship, which is going to be fucking insane.
Yes.
Then we got Busted in the Brain versus KJ Orso and Sam Stackhouse for the Tag Team Championship.
Wait, say it right. It's KJ Asshole.
That's right. KJ Asshole.
Yeah,
sorry.
Fuck him.
My bad.
Yeah.
Then we got Gabby and Bear versus Cowboy Way.
That's Red Pro Tag Team Champion Cowboy Way.
And Gabby is healing up from a lovely little lip injury, courtesy of Charles Mason.
Mm-hmm.
That son of a bitch.
He got a receipt coming from Gabby.
Oh boy, does he. And I believe, so the Jersey Championship Wrestling show in which Bear and Charles Mason are going to be facing each other, that's SummerSlam weekend, right? Or no?
Yeah. No.
No, when is that? I'm blanking.
No, I think that's in September.
All I know is Charles Mason is definitely has a death wish. You don't go in real life. You don't go by a Bears Cubs.
No, it's next week. Next Sunday before Redemption. That's right.
In human life, you don't go near the Bears' wife.
Right. Well, fuck around and find out.
Yep.
Yeah.
John,
so next Sunday it's the Jersey Championship Wrestling show where Bear is going against Charles Mason, and that's at 5 p.m. next Sunday. So it comes on before Redemption.
Okay. I'm just waiting for when Charles Mason finally grows a set of balls and gives Slade a match.
Yeah.
But I digress.
And then also on that card, Joey Janela versus Brick Savage, Vipers versus Christian Napier, Chris Carter versus Leeds Lewis, and then we got Marco Stunt appearing.
Yep. And then
he's back, baby.
Yeah, he is.
Hell of a card.
Good for him. Yeah, I think that's very cool. And then, of course, tomorrow, if that wasn't enough, as good old JR would say, we got us as Tulsa and Tulsa.
It's always tomorrow with GC Dub. You know that. Come on.
Yes. So Vandal 48 versus Cowboy Way. And Bear is going against Brick Savage. So there's a lot of interconnectivity with things that are happening with different
You're going to see stuff tonight that's going to carry over into tomorrow one way or another.
Yes, especially with Gabby going against Christian Napier as well tomorrow.
Yes, you go whoop the cousin's ass.
Yes.
Oh, shit. I hope he gets beaten bloody bad.
Yes.
I hope Gabby messes
these
him
shows
up.
this weekend are going to be crazy.
I want to talk about Gabby right now for 1 second. So
pop
that thing off once we're done.
Yeah.
Well, just sorry. I was going to say once we're done, but you can pop it up afterwards.
No.
This is the kind of intergender matches I like to see. Gabby Forza, I can believe because I've seen her lift 300-pound men over her shoulders, and she does the Nürnberg. She does she does everything. She picks up the two people on the shoulders and
she picks up her own husband and slams him on top of an opponent
and slams him around. That's why he
and Bear Bronson's not a small guy.
Yeah, no, he's not. I stand next to him, and Gabby is deceivingly strong. You know how they say about Bandito? That's Gabby. So you could look at her. She is big and formidable. She's not tall.
Yeah.
She's not tall, but she's big.
No, she's not.
And she is strong.
Yeah.
And she will fuck you up. And these are the people that I want to see. And, this is the kind of woman I want to see in intergender matches going back and forth. And she's proved herself playing women's football. And, so, yeah, she's. And when she was a kid, she was the only girl on the football team. So, yeah, she was breaking down doors and, whatever.
Shout out to Gabby. We love
her. Yes.
I love strong women.
I still say the tournament is fixed. You should have won her first round match in the TNA Knockouts TV tournament. Her and Becky should have won. So shout out to them for being on
But
TNA
you know what
TV anyway, and hopefully it's not the
understand,
last time we see him.
but we understand, John, because we understand that we've gotten a little bit of a peek behind the curtain, or we understand a little bit of the business. Not to say that we're experts or anything, but we know that when you get called up to something like AEW and WWE, we know that the person, you know, and TNA too. We know that the person called up that we love and know. A lot of people don't know, and over the past couple of years, we've seen so many independent wrestlers that we all love and support and have seen and have their old shirts. So one day their old shirts are going to be worth hundreds of dollars because they're definitely going to get signed one day. So, and that's Gabby and Vicious Vicky are on that trajectory as far as we're concerned. And if
it's cool to see. Like, I know, John, you've been in kind of the indie scene for a very, very long time. And, you know, I'm still fairly new to, you know, being, you know, around the indie scene, going to shows, like, you know, getting to know people as they're coming up like that. So it's really, really cool to see.
And that's also not being any disrespect to you, John. No, I know that you've dabbled in the, you know, in promoting and all that stuff, and you are by far probably the biggest supporter of independent wrestling out of our whole crew. So, you know, and that's why you had the eye when you called the thing about Mercedes Moné.
Well,
when she still held 13 belts, you called it.
Yeah, well, you know,
I know.
broken clocks twice a day. So, but let's switch gears for a second, because Deb, you brought something to my attention earlier that you want to talk about. But we all unfortunately become very aware of AEW star Rebel Tanea and her battle with ALS and her ongoing fight. And it has revived something that I'm sure we've all seen across social media, and it seems to be picking up a lot of steam again. The Ice Bucket Challenge for ALS donations has returned. And so far, some of the ones I've seen are extremely entertaining. I just saw one with Gail Kim and her husband, Robert Irvine from Food Network, did one. Very funny with the two of them. We saw as called out by Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, Renee Paquette and John Moxley.
Yeah, that was fun.
Very entertaining. And Ray trying to keep the straight face, knowing it's coming. It's funny. So, but and I even saw one today. ODB, soon to be TNA Hall of Famer. ODB, did one and called out some people we know, i.e., Tommy Dreamer, TNA champion Nick Nemeth, and one host and creator of Busted Open, Dave LaGreca. So I hope they all see it, and I hope they all do it, because they've been called out. But Deb, you shared something.
Can you explain how they make money, like the challenge? Okay, so Deb, you challenge. So how does that make money?
Well, I think it's more about going viral, so more people see it and then click the link to donate to the charities and stuff.
Yeah, all of them have the link to the ALS Society. Side to make a donation.
Yeah.
And
so it's really just a silly thing that is designed to kind of go viral because it's fun and entertaining.
So if you want ice dumped on your head, I could just donate money to ALS.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah.
You're
you could just donate. You could just go to, you don't
have to dump a whole bucket of ice water on your head or anything. You just donate. But they are fun. They are entertaining. And if it gets you to throw a couple
like
bucks.
Billy said here, it is about awareness. It's about, it's something that'll make a fun video that can go viral. And then while they're watching the fun video, they see you talking about, this is a terrible disease. Go to this link and give a couple bucks if you can.
Yeah.
And it works. It works. Fundraising like that works.
Yeah. And if you're a t-shirt hound like I am, you can go to shopaew.com. They have a Rebel ALS support t-shirt that they're selling on Shop AEW. 100% of the proceeds go to ALS research and the ALS Society. But Deb, you brought one up, and this is one closer to home, especially for me and Deb. A local legend indie wrestler and hardcore wrestler, Jeff Cannonball, and his wife, partner, Tara Calloway. She posted an update on. So, Deb, you want to bring everybody up to speed on that?
So yes, she posted an update earlier today, saying that he was admitted to the hospital back on Thursday morning, aspiration pneumonia. They've been there ever since. He will be there until next week at the minimum if everything goes well. She just wanted to let people know because he may not be responding to messages much and all that. So yeah, she just posted saying, if anybody wants to grab merch or donate to the GoFundMe or any other of their payment platforms, you can find her on Twitter at Tara Calloway, and she has all the links to everything in her bio. I've also included on the YouTube description on our video here the link to the GoFundMe. Like I said just a few minutes ago, I'm still pretty new to the local indie scene. Unfortunately, I never got the chance to see him wrestle, but I've been to 2 of the benefit shows that they've had, local in the area, just raising money for his GoFundMe and all of that stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to share that out there.
Should we do the ice bucket challenge for Rebel?
Why not? Who's doing it?
I gotta plug in my ice machine then.
Oh, well, then, all right.
You told me I gotta go out to the lawn in front of all the apartments in here and let everybody watch me.
Hey, it's a good reason to click the link.
If you do that, you better
click the link.
You better put the click
Say
the
it,
link.
click the link.
You click the link, click both
Hey.
links, click all the links.
Yes, click the link. Just saying. Click the link, I make a donation.
All right, we'll think about that.
Anyway, one last thing before we get out of here. We're going to try to get out of here on time so everybody can go watch what they're going to watch and get ready to watch.
Yeah, of course, Dirty's right away. Do it. Yeah, yeah.
Well, would you come across with some of that folding money?
All this stuff does is antagonize. He just antagonizes everybody. That's all he does.
I don't see no cash coming out of that pocket.
Marina wants to give me mother's milk. Fucking everybody wants to kill me.
Yes. He's paying for God.
The dogs.
Yeah.
The dog's
paying for old Manser.
Kick my ass in the SummerSlam, whatever.
Right. But it was announced earlier this week, and it probably doesn't mean a whole lot right now because it is quite a bit of ways off. But All Out Weekend has become very interesting now that WWE announced that they're doing the Worlds Collide show with NXT and AAA on the same day in the same area as All Out. And of course, the IWC exploded. Oh, why are they doing this? And they're putting against it, this and that. And go fuck yourself. Shut up. We're getting another great day of all kinds of wrestling. And the beauty of it, like we were discussing earlier, if you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. It's okay. Right. It's perfectly okay. You don't have to be a sicko like me and watch all of it, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to watch all of it.
Sicko.
I am. Card carrying. Cross my heart.
No, in all actuality, I honestly don't think it makes one bit of a difference at all. I don't think it changes any fans' plans whatsoever that they were of what show or that they were going to watch. Yeah. I honestly don't think it matters at all. I think it's going to create a bunch of social media drama.
Yay for everything!
To be honest, I don't think most AEW fans care. I don't, honestly.
No, I
don't.
Absolutely, and
wrestling fans don't care.
you
No,
you have to
if you want to watch. If you want to watch one, you already planned on watching All Out. Just watch All Out. If you're a Triple A fan and you want to watch that. Watch both if you want. Who cares? Who cares?
And the beauty of, again, the age we live in now. Okay, don't watch them live. Go on YouTube or whatever they're gonna have it on, probably Netflix, and watch it afterwards. Go on myaw.com and watch.
AEW doesn't give a shit that WWE is putting their fourth brand on at the same time.
Exactly.
They don't give a shit.
It's not going to change anything about how they're going to do their weekend, and should.
Yeah.
I think we're past the whole. Well, AEW is trying to compete with WWE, or WWE is trying to squash AEW. I just don't. It's just not an argument anymore. Yeah. It's just it's companies doing what they want to do, and they're doing they're finding their own lane. That's all.
And to Billy's point here, literally the only way it's going to affect anything is if there are people in and around that city that might be like, oh, I'm a fan of both, but now I have to pick which show to go to.
Yeah, I mean that's
only real small amount of people. Like, who really cares?
That always happens.
Yeah, but you'll have that anytime. You have that every Mania weekend, especially with all the secondary and the collective shows and everything else. People got to decide. And
I mean, everybody in our group that travels for Mania goes to indie shows and not WrestleMania. It doesn't matter.
Exactly. So anywho,
it's only going to affect a small amount of people that have to feel like they maybe have to decide which tickets to pay for.
Right. That's and I they've already announced All Out and had been announced. So just because I heard one, I believe it was on Off the Ropes with Ricky Chino and I think Tommy, but somebody had called in and said that they had bought tickets for All Out, but now that they announced that they're doing Worlds Collide, now they're not sure. And I'm like, you're an idiot. You bought the tickets for the show. What are you gonna do? Go to the show.
Go to the show you bought tickets for.
Yeah. And we all know. Listen, and it's a very Deb, you yourself are and you yourself are going through this right now. You're going on the Jericho cruise, and in November. So it's discretionary income is kind of hard to come by nowadays, especially with the way things are priced and they take thought and planning, not to the extent of the cruise, but even going to a wrestling show, it's a major expense that you're thinking of, and especially if you have to travel for it. So
we were just talking about that last night because ACW is in Poughkeepsie and they put on amazing shows, and I really wish I could go to more of those shows. We went to one and it was an awesome time. And I wish I could go to more, but it's a little further away than what I'm comfortable with driving home late at night. So I'd have to get a hotel. So then, last time we went to that one show, we met up. We actually went to two different bars, like a brewery and then a regular bar for the show. To get drinks and get dinner and stuff. And then, then I got a hotel room. So, with all of that added up, I'm spending almost $300 just to go to an indie show.
Right. But that's sometimes you're faced with that.
Yeah.
So,
and there's literally nothing there in Poughkeepsie after they close. So there's nothing for you to do afterwards except you either go home or you get
Dave recently said about that because Dave's always involved with ACW one way or another. Yeah. He was right. There's nothing open. He had no choice but to drive all the way back to Vernon, something like 2 hours, because there was nothing open. He couldn't even go get.
To answer Pablo real quick, I'm not in the business. I'm just a fan. I'm not in the wrestling business. I don't want to be in the wrestling business. I'm just a fan. I'm paying for the cruise as my yearly vacation. with my boyfriend and my friends.
It doesn't matter, Pablo, because Deb will be getting the attention of Nick Nemeth and Bully Ray and Dave.
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because
also, to answer your other question, like we can give a quick. So we can give a quick thing. So we all individually were Busted Open fans and listened to Busted Open. All started at different times listening to Busted Open. I personally started listening to Busted Open in about 2017 when I bought a car that had Sirius XM radio. And then it was about 2019 when AEW was kicking off. Busted Open had their 10-year anniversary party in New York, which some people in our group went to and met each other. Like, we had kind of vaguely interacted with each other on Twitter, just interacting with Busted Open posts.
Exactly.
And then in the fall of 2019, someone had made a Discord group for us to kind of have a live chat while Busted Open was on the air. And so we started talking through that. And then when COVID hit, some of the people in the group had planned to go to that WrestleMania in Tampa. And when COVID hit and everything was canceled, because that was the WrestleMania in Tampa was the first time people had planned to meet each other in person. And when everything was canceled, we decided to start a Zoom, because Zoom was getting popular at the beginning of COVID.
Should have bought stock.
We decided to do a Zoom watch along during WrestleMania 2020. And that was kind of the start of us being friends. Us doing this show started the day that the shutdown happened in 2020. There was one day when Busted Open was not on the air because they were told not to go into the Sirius XM studios. And we kind of just went on our Discord and just kind of, because we couldn't listen to Busted Open and chat, we kind of had a chat ourselves. And then we decided, hey, why not do this thing on YouTube? And so we started doing it on YouTube. And it just kind of kept going from there.
Because we have a genius, Stephen Wind, who really is phenomenal. And he was able to bridge us through to YouTube from Zoom, and that's how it happened. And
and it just kind of kept
trials and tribulations, different names and everything. We, weeded out people being weeded out and added and whatever. This is
our group has kind of morphed over time. Some people ended up leaving the group, so over time we added a few people in. And we changed our name at one point, but that's just what we've been doing. Like, we still do our private Zooms, just kind of hanging out, doing wrestling watch-alongs when wrestling is on in the evenings, and then we just come here on every Saturday just to do a live YouTube chat.
Yeah, we're really like weekend warriors. We're not like saying, "Oh, we got to get to 1,000 subscribers." And
no.
Would we like to get to 1,000 subscribers? That'd be cool. We love every person that subscribes. We love it, and it's cool. But like,
we're not really doing this to kind of be content creators or make a career out of it at all. Yeah, we're just friends that are hanging out.
Believe me, if I told you the story about me getting a health checkup at home while my grandkids are out in the room, out in the living room playing and stuff, or Deb having to clean up simple syrup off a bunch of shit, or John having to restrain himself from throwing his hammer because he's got to teach a bunch of knuckleheads shit. It really is, right? You know what I mean? And that's everybody in this group. We all work, Steve is out there. That guy busts his ass, man, and he's moving on.
He's like 40 minutes from me, and I never get to see him.
There's so many people, except for Chad. We don't need to see Chad, but no. Seriously though, man, there's so
we don't need to go up to Albany, New York.
Chad's on AltX Radio. Go find that out on, everybody's doing shit. Steven and Ezra doing the Nation's Corner Sports Show. the Nation Sports
Yeah,
Show.
we all go to indie shows around our area. We're all spread out all across the country. Sometimes we don't get to see each other in person that often, but when we do, we make it worth it.
And that's us in a nutshell. No, it's not.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in a nutshell. I'm sorry.
Last year, last August for SummerSlam, a bunch of us got together. We didn't actually go to SummerSlam, but we got together for the Busted Open tailgate in the parking lot, and then we watched SummerSlam on our phones and tablets sitting in the hotel lobby. And it was a great time. It was a great time.
What about you, Chris and Tony? Surprising me for for SummerSlam.
Yeah.
The SummerSlam when Bailey and Damage Control debuted.
Yes.
And when we went up to Long Island to your house, that was a fun time.
Yeah. Yes. So we all get together when we can, but
I've been on Mongrovian's house twice now.
Yeah.
Don't forget to say Castle Mongrovian.
Just to wrap it up is just we thank everybody for being part of our dull lives and we but we all don't agree with each other on things and everything. We all love wrestling. We all love each other though, and that's the important thing. Is
that's the biggest thing.
We just have a fun time busting each other's balls or holding each other, being there for people when they're going through hard times. And there's people in our group that are going through hard times right now, that we're thinking of, and and we pray for, we love them.
Yes.
And everybody else,
And we love and support Busted Open, even though they get on our nerves.
Hell yeah. And Busted Open, and more importantly, Dave LaGreca is the catalyst for this group.
Yes. And they're the reason why we all know each other. And it's wouldn't happen any other way.
Yeah. And plus, he likes my chicken parm, him and both.
Yeah, they all love the chicken parm. It is good. I highly recommend if you're staying at Castle Mongrovia, get the chicken parm and the meatballs.
The meatballs, though. The meatballs.
Balls!
Yes. All right. In the words of Paul Heyman, let's take this bitch home. A couple quick little shout outs from me real quick. First of all, happy belated birthday to a very good friend of mine and AK9K's favorite partner, Miss Lindsay Snow. Birthday was yesterday, so happy birthday, Kaiju. Also, I don't know if she's probably here tonight. She said she was going to be. I want to give a special proud dad shout out to my daughter, Brooke. She works in the healthcare field. She's an ER tech at a trauma hospital in Florida, and had a situation where someone literally had a heart attack right in front of her while she was at the gym. And her quick action is a reason why someone is walking around living when they probably should have been dead. So not only that has she always made me so proud and be the greatest thing that has ever came into my life or happened to me, she is legitimately a hero. No, she doesn't wear a cape, but I'm so very proud of you, Brooke. You continue always to impress and amaze me of the young woman that you are, and I'm so very proud of you, and I love you. So,
you deserve it.
Sweet.
You deserve it.
Congratulations to Brooke.
Congratulations, kiddo. Plus, she deserves an extra award for putting up with this guy's shit.
She has saved my life. I'm not going to go on a long tangent, but there are two distinct times, actually three, that this woman has stopped everything she was doing to come and take care of her father and save her father's life. And the third time was something I never told anyone until right now. When I found out that I was going to be a father and Brooke was going to be born, I was in a very bad place emotionally, mentally. I was on a very one-way dead-end road with drugs and alcohol. I mean, probably if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't been nothing but a memory at this point, and a bad one at that. But the day I found out that I was going to be a father, I started to make changes and got rid of all that. And I am off of that stuff now almost 24 years. And it's strictly because of her. So even before she was born, she saved my life. So
Awesome.
That's why I always speak about her so highly. And yes, she is the only female on this earth that I will actually listen to. And she will tell you that. But I'm so very proud of her. I am constantly amazed that I helped make that and raise that. And she just makes me very proud.
Yes. We love Brooke. I'm so glad I was able to meet her during WrestleMania weekend in Philly. It was a lot of fun getting to know her.
That's awesome, right? You know.
All right.
That good,
well,
good
enough of the sappy soapbox. Yeah. Mongrovian, where can the folks get with you if they feel like it?
At Mongrovian Mike, and just, you know, check me out. I'm all over the place. I'm ubiquitous.
Oh,
ubiquitous.
Oh,
big word.
That word.
Big
word. Big word alert.
Hey, you want to know? I swear to God.
Oh, it took you an hour.
You're going to get this, John. You're going to get it. Deb, ubiquitous. I would never know what the fuck that word means had it not been for the Howard fucking Stern show.
Jesus
Stupid fucking Jesus twins that came on. They were supposed to write, they wanted to be on Howard Stern's Private Parts soundtrack. And they said, Howard, we have the #1 song for you to put on your soundtrack. And Howard's like, what's the name of it? And they said, Ubiquitous. And that's that. And they were awful. They oh my God. Do you know how Tony likes Milli Vanilli? If these guys took off, Tony probably would like them. That's how bad they were. Yeah, that's right. That motherfucker's getting shrapnel from me for that Milli Vanilli shit. But they're so bad.
Well, wait, at least he didn't say anything about.
Howard was right. Like, who the hell is gonna sing words to a song? Oh, you're ubiquitous. So whatever. Like, it's so stupid. But there you go. So it's just like my world history. I learned through Iron Maiden. And, you know, most of my Bible I learned through Metallica and Iron Maiden. So there you go.
Okay.
Take it home.
Deb, give them all the details.
I love you, Deb.
At the So Debonair on everything, Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky, everywhere. Click the link. That's it. That's
where the hippies are on Blue Sky. And that's where leaves are plants.
That's where leaves are plants. Yes, leaves are plants.
Hey, leaves.
Hangman lives on Blue Sky and shows us pictures of his lovely plants. Yes.
Yeah, he's a gardener.
Plants, but Domino's is not pizza.
Right.
True.
Very true. All right. And of course, I am John of South Jersey on the X and the Instagram. And also, while you're perusing Instagram is where you can catch up with all the exploits of the most dangerous weapon in all professional wrestling. Of course, I am talking about the AK9K, the Ass Kicker 9000. And you can follow all of his exploits along with his favorite partner, Lindsay Snows, at Ass Kicker 9K on the Instagram. That is our folks. That is our show tonight, folks. So enjoy wrestling. Happy wrestling. A lot going on tonight and tomorrow. And we will see you all next week.
Spark them if you got them.